home from the allotment and I wanted to show you my little harvest. Let's bring that a bit closer. So I've got some potatoes here, some radishes and a cucumber, some bay leaves, got another courgette. Now I've had tons and tons of these, some French beans, raspberries, and my first calabrese, broccoli, whatever you want to call it, and my first 2 tomatoes. Now they did need a little bit more ripening. I'm just going to put them on the windowsill, but I've had a bit of a problem with birds in my greenhouse. So I've had ripe tomatoes before this, little cherry ones, and the birds have come in and munched them all. So until tomorrow I'm going to try and put some netting up the doorway, but I just didn't want to lose these two. First plum, this is Roma. Oh, where are you? This is Roma, and this one is Sweet Millions, little cherry tomato there. Yay! Yum yum yum. So tonight for dinner we're going to have, let me turn you around. Tonight for dinner we're going to have sausages, mashed potato with broccoli and beans and gravy. Yum yum. I'm so excited. And there's loads of stuff that I want to show you on the plot as well. It's just going absolutely mad over there. Oh, I love it. Can't contain my excitement. Okay, so I'll catch you later, guys. Bye. Little greenhouse update. I've been clearing it and tidying it all up, so it's all nice and tidy in here now. Few things, just some flowers here. I've got wallflowers coming up there, hollyhocks. Do have some forget-me-nots, viola, and what's that one? Something bells in here, but nothing showing yet. Thought I'd give the terrain peas another shot. I don't like to be beat. We've got 3 coming up so far, which is about the germination rate for those. Sweet Williams, no, nothing coming up on them yet either. The melons are finally starting to kick off. So I've got 3 in here. I did have 4, but I lost one that was where that pot is now. And this one here, which is the one that seems to be doing the most at the moment, is the one that I nearly lost because one of my cats peed on it. And it just went really like this for ages. But it's bounced back and it's actually doing more than the other 2. So we'll see, that's all good. I do love my melons. And here is a sweet potato update. So they're coming along nicely. These ones here, lots of roots down there. So I thought I'd give them a bit more room because I did have 4 in here and they were all squished. So yeah, they're coming on good. And then we've got these 2 here which are a bit further behind, but they do still have slips coming. And then there was another 2 that basically they just rotted off, so I chucked those ones away. So there we go, little greenhouse update. Hi guys, so I'm back at the allotment after a few days break really. I mean, I've popped down and done a little bit of weeding, a little bit of watering and harvesting, but other than that I've not really been down here for about 3 or 4 days. So what I'm going to do, because as I said yesterday, everything has gone crazy down here now, and I just love it. Apart from the weeds, they've gone crazy too, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little tour. Excuse the weeds. I've got 2 plots and it's just me, so I'll spend a week weeding and then I've got to go back and start again. Nightmare. But anyway, so we'll start off. I'm turning you around now, and we are going to start with the flower and herb bed, which is coming along beautifully. There. My fuchsia is about to flower any day now. There's the little flowers that my granddaughter sowed the seeds, and she needs to come and plant them out now because they're getting too big for their pot. The beautiful dahlias are still flowering. I'm going to be collecting some herbs today as well, because I've bought myself a new dehydrator. I've already got some bay leaves in there, and I'm going to collect a few more bits and put them just to fill the trays up. So I'll probably collect some thyme, coriander and oregano over there, and I might grab some chives as well. And flowers are all coming up beautifully, and my dahlia is about to flower there as well. So yeah, that's doing really good. And there's my sunflowers that I transplanted. And there, that one's a bit smaller, but they're doing okay. This one is, let's see if I turn you around. Not far to go. And then we come, so this is the fruit area. Oh, weeds everywhere. And we've got the cauliflowers. Yeah, cauliflowers are coming on nicely. And then the next lot of cauliflowers in there. And our cabbages. All looking absolutely beautiful. No signs of the cabbage white or caterpillars or anything yet. Now these, my gherkins, oh, they're going crazy. The growth on these is just mental. Like, I'm literally having to tie them, well, every other day at least. I mean, these I did last night, and the tip was probably like here and now, so it's like growing about that much. Whereas you see that much overnight. And there's tons and tons of little gherkins. Oh look! Actually love sitting here and weeding around them, because it's like when you get low down, you see, it's like being in the jungle. I love it. Anyway, so they're doing really well. Oh, I've got some stone in my foot now. Oh look, there's a nice little cluster of them there. Amazing. So then we come to another brassica cage here. I don't know if you can see in there. We've got the red cabbage, the swede, and at the back there we've got some cauliflowers. And there's some peas, some more peas that I sowed, and a lot of weeds. Look at all the weeds. Sorry about the wind. I don't know which way it's coming from, all ways. So here's my carrots and spring onions. This way. hopefully that's better. Carrots and spring onions, they're doing well. There's 3 rows of carrots and the spring onions are here. And there's a courgette coming on there. Let me see if I can get you in there. We go. There's the kale in the middle there, and then 2 rows of purple Brussels sprouts. They're doing lovely as well. We've got the clary flowers that I sowed from seed. They're flowering, starting to flower. And Brussels sprouts and radishes, sort of hidden in the middle. Along there's a row there, and then the turnips, which I've been harvesting some of those, so that's a bit empty there. But then there's this, which I have no idea. I don't know, is it a kale? It was meant to be a turnip, but obviously it was a seed mixed in there. I'm going to say kale, but if anybody thinks different, then please leave a comment. My purple podded peas. You see, I'm trying to get out the wind. It's coming from like every direction now. Let's zoom in. Zoom out. Right, so we've got these beautiful, like purpley, well, they come sort of a mixture of pink and purple and white flowers, and then lovely purple pods. So they're doing great. Really happy with those. And the calabrese, had one of these already, as you saw in my previous video, and I think that one there is pretty much, maybe take that tomorrow. Look at my squash! These are my butternut squash that I was worried about after the wind, because they really did get battered. But look! I'm going to stand back. Wow! They're going crazy! And we've got little squashes. And there's one in here somewhere. Where is it? Maybe it didn't. And hunt around. Ah, there. If they make it, of course, their flower's not opened on that yet, so we don't know if it's going to pollinate. I'm sure I saw one that had already opened. Maybe it is that one. There's one there. Again, don't know and if it's been pollinated yet. But yeah, so they're coming along great. And then the potatoes, 2 rows of potatoes there. We are in the other plot, and we've got my courgettes, which are producing thick and fast, as courgettes do. A few in there. I've got tons at home. There's more coming there. So they're doing really good as well. I'll give you a view of this plot. See all the way down there. Yesterday I came and I weeded and thinned out the parsnips. and as you can see there's quite a gap here. There's a little gap about there and another one here, but you know, well, when you've got gaps like that it's really hard, and then you've got a cluster of 3 or 4 like really too close together and you've got to pull them out. It's horrid. There you go. Peas, these were a bit of a disaster really. I have been getting a few pods, but I'm just munching them on the plot. There's not enough to really make a meal out of, so not very good at all. Rudbeckia I planted in there, they're doing nicely, coming along, and the sweet peas are still really low, but they are growing, and even have some flowers. Yay! Let me have a smell. Don't really have a scent, these ones. I hope them ones do. They're a different variety. Okay, then we come to the cucumbers. Had 2 off of here already, and a couple more little fat stumpy ones there, which I'll probably take that one when I go, because I've just used up the last one. There's another one there. There. It's really strange because I don't remember them being all funny coloured. I did grow the same variety last year and they were just green. I don't remember them having this sort of mottly skin. Very strange. And then this, oh look at it. Just one of these cucumbers, you can see there. Oh no, we have got a bit on the one next to it as well, but it's covered in black flies. Now I sprayed it with an organic spray yesterday. I don't know if that's actually worked. Hopefully they only stay on the one if they're going to be on there. But yeah, they're climbing up nicely. And then we've got the sugar snap peas, which are doing better than the Kelvedon Wonder. But again, really I'm just munching them on the plot. They're really quite tasty. Really sweet. Yellow bush beans. Sorry. It's actually got beans on these now, as you can see. They're not yellow, but I'm assuming that they're going to turn yellow when they're ready, because on the picture, on the seed packet, they're like a waxy yellow colour. There's quite a few there, so we will see. That one's caught in something. Okay, that'll just have to stay entangled. Then we have a sweet corn. Look at my sweet corn. We've got the males. This is something I don't know about you guys, but I always, every year I grow sweet corn, I always worry that the pollen on the males is just going to blow away before the silks even come out. In hindsight, next year I'm not going to put them so far up the plot. Well, I mean, I have to move where they are anyway, but have them, try and just keep them a bit further down the other end because it's so windy. Either that or try and just do some sort of windbreak. But then, to be fair, well, I don't know, we'll just see what happens this year anyway. But the beans that are growing up next to them are loving it. They're the healthiest ones of all the beans. They're all the same variety. They're all French climbing beans, but these ones that are with the sweet corn just look so much more healthier and sturdier. They're just loving it. Lettuces, they're all done now. They need to come out really. And the okra is still growing. Not really sure if it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's alive and it's growing, so I guess it is. And then this is self-seeded nasturtium that just popped up from last year, and I've left that to do its thing. There's a couple more dotted around there. And then we've got the flowers that I planted there. And as you can see, they are flowering. Absolutely beautiful. Potatoes, lots of weeds there. Potatoes. I've been harvesting the earlies, and I'm probably going to take the rest of these tonight. We've got, my battery's going to run out, oh dear. Got some more cauliflowers in there. I'm going to try and hurry it along now. We've got the more beans, which I've been harvesting. They're still not very high, as in growing up the poles, but they've got beans on them. So tomatoes, going mad. I've been taking the side shoots out. Tomatoes coming on, a lot of them, and lettuces, iceberg lettuces, more beans, as you can see there. Then the trailing cucumbers are doing great too, getting flowers and whatnot. Been taking raspberries from here, more cauliflower in there. Courgettes. That bed, look how pretty this nasturtium is. Absolutely beautiful. And we've got the chard and a few onions in that bed. And radishes. The beetroots coming up now. More lettuce. And those turnips that come out because they're useless. Lettuces, these have probably come out now. Got those. Carrots, they're doing lovely. I'm not going to play with them because I've actually got this bed here. There's cauliflower, and I've actually got a head there which I've just put some string around in here. They're doing great. And more onions and the curly kale. More curly kale in there, that's really looking brilliant. More beetroot, I've been pretty much harvested most of that, but I've got another lot sown in there. And the spring onions again. I'll probably start harvesting some of them maybe in a week or so. More spring onions there. Courgette, a couple of spinach plants and a couple more iceberg lettuce there. The potatoes that I had found in the back of the shed, they've come up. Got a couple of sunflowers there. The cherries ripening, all three of them. My little flower bed here is looking beautiful. The cornflowers are lovely. And the grapevine is doing absolutely fine. As I said before, I doubt I'm going to get any grapes on it this year, but there's the onion bed. They're all looking okay. And the shallots, more tomatoes there. These are the ones that were pretty much dead when I got them, was gifted them, but they really picked up and they're doing fine, they'll be fine. Strawberries, I've taken the cover off now because the strawberries are done, so don't need to worry about that. And then I've had to put this up for now, like the greenhouse door, because birds are getting in and nicking my tomatoes. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. Ooh, try and move it out of the way, one-handed, before my battery runs out. Get you in here. So there's my tomatoes. There's one ripening there. And little cherry ones, and you see where the birds just came and nicked the ripe ones. Quite a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 they've nicked over there. And more. Yeah, so, and the plums getting bigger. Oh, lovely. That one's really lovely. Might take some basil as well later. Then we've got bell peppers, and as you can see, I'm starting to get peppers now, even though the plants are really tiny still. The beans, I've been getting beans from these plants as well, as you can see there. And the aubergine. There. And then the lemon tree, still looking fine. There's the cucumber. There's 3 melons in pots. They're starting to grow. But my kiwi, unfortunately, is not. It looks like it's dying. I'm hoping it's just a bit of transplant shock, and eventually it will bounce back, because this is still, looks like it's, this new growth here is still okay, but yeah, not good. So that is it. I've had to rush it at the end because my battery is flashing red. So I'm going to go now and do a bit of weeding, watering, and harvest some herbs. So I'll turn around and I'll say bye for now, and I'll see you next time.